You can't see it, you can't smell it, you can't taste it. Today we're talking radon. Whether you're a homeowner having an extension built or a builder who hasn't come across radon before, you need to know what radon is and how to protect against it. If you're new to the channel, I'm Ben. I've got nearly 2 decades of experience building houses. I'm now a building inspector and I'm passionate about helping you understand construction. I'm going to explain how to form a radon barrier for a block and beam floor and a traditional ground bearing slab. I've also got a bonus detail for you, but you'll have to wait to the end for that one. Firstly, we need to understand what radon is. Radon's a gas, but it's not any old gas. It's colourless, odourless and tasteless. You can't see it, you can't smell it, you can't taste it. Radon's a naturally occurring gas, formed from decaying uranium, and can be found permeating through rocks and soil. Radon gas seeps up out the ground and into the atmosphere, where it's diluted with the air. In these low concentrations, it's relatively harmless to humans. However, if radon is allowed to enter the house and accumulates in high concentrations, prolonged exposure can cause cancer and other illnesses. Approved Document C, which I'll link in the description below, provides guidance for radon under the building regulations. Luckily for you, I've already read the document so you don't have to, and I've drawn some helpful details which I'll show you in a second. Check out the UK government's radon map to find out if your area is affected. Just enter your postcode. Radon is mitigated by forming a gas barrier using a 1200 gauge plastic membrane, which is often found in red or green. Block and beam floors are very good, as the void under the floor is constantly vented, preventing any gas building up. It's a passive setup, so the gas doesn't need to be extracted. The red line shows where your 1200 gauge radon barrier should be installed, allowing it to bridge the cavity and being cut off on the external skin of brickwork. Pause the video now if you want to study this detail longer. A ground bearing slab can be made to suit basic or full radon precautions. This method shows basic radon precautions. To achieve full radon, you must combine basic radon with a radon sump. The sump should be piped outside the property and capped off so it can be tested and extracted as and when needed. Pause the video now if you want to look at these details longer. Before we get to the bonus detail, tell me in the comments which method you prefer. If you have an area that's too large for one sheet of membrane, then you'll need to join it. When joining 2 sheets, overlap them by 300mm and use a radon tape to form a gas seal. Then tape the exposed flat with duct tape. Now you know about radon, check out this video next. I love hearing from you, so if you've got any questions, leave them in the comments below. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing.